Hey guys, Sean Dubs here. So I've been getting a lot of comments on my recent videos from people either directly or indirectly calling for a boycott of Halo Infinite's microtransactions, which, by the way, thank you guys so much for the views recently on the videos and the support. I love you guys, man. What can I say? Definitely sub if you haven't. We really are just getting started here. But I wanted to talk about the idea of boycotting Halo Infinite's microtransactions, I guess in particular the store, because I think I can give you guys a unique perspective on this, okay? And before we start, let me just say, I don't think there needs to be like this big movement to boycott Halo Infinite, because I think people are already doing it on their own, right? Like, I just see constantly people saying they're not gonna buy stuff, okay? And so I don't think there needs to be a big movement. But in any event, I was kicking myself when I woke up this morning, bro, because I feel like I should have spotted this sooner. Like, people who've been on the channel for a while know I kind of do like the businessy take on Halo already. So like I should have spotted this. But in any event, I was on Reddit, and honestly, this is one of the funniest things I've seen on Reddit in a long time. A user by the name of Heartburns wrote up this entire like fake community response to the Halo community from 343. And I gotta tell you, they nailed it. Like, you read this and like you almost could pass this off as like a real thing, okay? So like, we're not gonna go through the whole thing, but like, look, number 2 is playlist. We will be expanding the playlist roster for the main launch on December 8th. We hope you'll be pleased to see dedicated team and B2B Slayer, right? And then number 3, armor cores. All coatings and armor pieces are now available cross-core. No more bot jealousy. You can now look at them as inspiration for your future customized Spartans. It's just like, it's filled with irony and whatnot. But here's the part that got me kicking myself, bro. So down here, they wrote a part, number 9, about shop pricing. Now, this is one where I've had to go to task for all you Spartans. I've managed to wrangle a 50% discount on all current shop prices from launch. That's when I was like, oh, bro, how did I not notice this? Here's what's happening, bro. We are literally being actively negotiated with by 343, and I think a lot of people don't realize it, which is why I wanted to make this video. Haven't you caught yourself thinking recently while you look at Halo Infinite's, live service, the progression, everything? Aren't you like, dude, it's almost like somebody set out to try to make the worst system ever, It's like, it's so bad. It's like, how did this happen? But let me tell you something. It can only be 2 things. It's either pure incompetence, right? Or the more likely thing is that this was all planned. This was all by design. This reeks of just literal basic negotiation. This is like the work of some kind of like emotionless business expert, okay? Let me break it down. Negotiation 101 is your first offer needs to be way higher than the offer you really want to get, right? I feel like people know this, but we'll go over it anyway. You make the first offer ridiculous, and then you let them negotiate you down to the offer you actually want. The reason you do this, there's multiple reasons. One of which is when you negotiate back down, often you can get a higher deal, a better deal than what you would have gotten otherwise. But also because after you negotiate down, the other side feels better about the deal. And that's what they're going to do to us, right? They did not pick the numbers for the store out of a hat, okay? It was planned. They sat there and were like, what is the maximum price we could possibly charge? Okay, now price it even higher than that. Remember all the outrage last year when we found out that it was going to be $5 for armor coatings? People lost their mind, right? And now, look at it. Because they're putting stuff in the store for $10, $15, $20, right now, the idea of an armor coating for $5, like a decent one, you're like, oh, okay, that's not so bad. Even though last year, you couldn't stand the $5. That's what's happening. It's basic negotiation. They have decided to approach this entire live service just see us as, just pure customers, right? Not longtime Halo fans, none of that. This is just business to them. They're like, put a big offer out there, let them complain about it, and then we'll bring them down. You think they're upset about 5, put it in there for 20. That way, when we bring it back down to 10, they'll be happy about it. All right? You're going to see it happen. And that's why I was laughing at this Reddit post with this 50% discount under number 9. It's hilarious because this is exactly what they're going to do. They're going to frame it as, oh, we're on your side. We're bringing the prices down. That's what you do in a negotiation. You make a ridiculous first offer. And the other side is like, what? And then you're like, oh, all right, look, all right, I can give you this, I can come down on price a little bit. And the other side is like, oh, wow, look, like they're doing something for me. I mean, this happens like in the dealership constantly. Like if you ever bought a car, they're always like trying to scam you in there with all kinds of crap. But that's one of the things they do. They'll, giving you a discount. It's not real. It's just negotiation 101. Big first offer and then bring it back down. Right now, if they just filled a store with like $10 stuff, you'd be like, oh, wow, like a bunch of armor coatings for 10. People would be like, wow, this is not so bad. And that would be double what people were outraged with last year. Again, this is all planned. I was on Twitter, okay? Look at me, I'm on Reddit and Twitter, the stuff that people hate the most. Let me tell you something. Obviously Twitter and Reddit, there's a lot of stuff that I don't like and other people don't like, but there's a reason like tens of thousands, if not more, hundreds of thousands of people use these sites. Like there is good stuff buried in all the garbage, But look at this, bro. Someone has, they're calling it a leak. Like, to me, it's not a leak or a spoiler, They're just showing off what these future Halo Infinite events are going to be. Look at this. They got the Cyber Showdown from January 18th to the 31st. Winter Contingency is going to be December 21st to 3rd. Bro, it's all planned out. They got the whole season planned out, the whole 6 months, okay? Everything in this game is planned. None of it is an accident, okay? That's the most important thing. They started off with the most ridiculous stuff. They made everything terrible because it's either one or two things. Like I said before, it's either they're completely incompetent and somehow designed the worst system ever, or they designed a system that is honestly on paper from a business perspective, it's going to be genius because once they bring the prices down and frame that like it's like they're giving us something, like they're the greatest thing ever, and they improve the progression and everything, the system is not going to seem as bad and it's going to be a cash cow for them. It's going to make them so much money, okay? Which brings us back to the entire point of this video. Should the Halo community boycott the microtransactions? Here's all I have to say, okay? I just showed you all the ways that I believe that this is just a negotiation. I feel like this was by design. And that's my opinion, okay? And so I'm not going to like tell anybody what to do based off of my opinion, okay? I'm just analyzing it. So I'm not going to tell you, yeah, bro, boycott the store, okay? All I'm saying is I see enough evidence that this is like a negotiation. It's not an accident, that's how you have to look at it. And so what do you do when somebody's negotiating you in this situation and you don't have the power, right? Because we're just consumers. You can stop playing the game, okay? Well, I don't think any of us want to do that. You can stop buying stuff from the store, and then you can kind of like keep the pressure on and keep the feedback coming, online, social media, YouTube comments, all that. You can do one or a combination of all these things. But one of the only things we can do in this negotiation is, you don't buy the stuff. And like the term boycott and the concept of boycotting can have a very negative, connotation. Like I could just imagine people are going to watch this video and be like, oh my God, how could you do this to the devs? Like you're so heartless. Like, oh, they have to make money somehow, But it's like, bro, I really see evidence here that they are approaching this from like an emotionless business standpoint, and a boycott is just nothing other than business. A boycott is just business. It's not personal. It's nothing like that. Like don't let people spin it as if like, oh, boycott, look, they're evil. No, bro, it's just a negotiation tactic. We are being negotiated with, and we're just negotiating right back. But ultimately, the reason people do these tactics is because they work. Like I was telling you about with, you make a big first offer. The fact is that, even just with my YouTube channel, I can't reach everybody. Like it's impossible to reach all the people that are playing this and put them on to this, and make them hip to this. And that's how it's been for decades now, all right? Like business people have figured this stuff out a long time ago. And so all they have to do is lower the prices. And then when they lower the prices, people are going to be like, it's like just something about human psychology, bro. When you lower the prices, people are going to start the game, go in the store and be like, wow, this is a lot less. Oh, it's only 5 now. It's only 10. It's only 3. It's so much less. And then they're just going to spend money, and they're going to probably spend even more. So that's what I think, bro. If you've watched this far, definitely drop me a sub. Let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. I feel like this was a unique perspective. If you disagree, let me know. Let me know where my analysis might be wrong. And if you want more like this, just let me know. But hey, that's all I got for now. So I'll talk to you all later. Peace.